Why don't we have a nocturnal society where all the night owls pick up where the day shift left off? Not enough demand to justify the expense. We kinda did? With 24 hours restaurants and convenience stores. Also things that need 24 hours supervision like hospitals and petrochem plants will have night shifts, but in general the amount of night owls, with a totally flipped sleep schedule doesn't really justify a parallel society operating at night. There's also lots of drawbacks of having to take graveyard shifts, even if you're a night owl. We really need it for doctors, dentists, imaging, and pharmacists. It would certainly keep some people out of the ER who just need a dentist or urgent, but non-emergency issue. This is How Society Works in Rant by Chuck Palahniuk SB. This is the way. I am one of the night owls. I am also completely burnt out on production warehouse work. Before 2020, my moderately sized Midwestern metro had numerous all-night diners, grocery stores, etc. Now Walgreens and Quick Trip is about at gas station. It sucks. Some of that used to exist, but generally doesn't in most places anymore. There's not enough business at night to justify being open or staffing. Most of the humans you might get at that time are drunk or homeless or other behavior problems, which is not really the clientele you really want to be dealing with anyways. There are some things 24/7, for example Amazon lockers. You can have something delivered there and pick it up anytime. Too many overlap hours with average people for the vast majority of night owls. I'm a morning person, and I'd love if everything opened at 7 or 8, since I'm up at 5 or 6 if I'm making my own schedule. But there just isn't enough demand to justify it. If I go shopping when places do open, they are usually pretty quiet for an hour or so. Same if I go in the evening, an hour or two before close. Just not usually that much business. And most people you could call night owls aren't literally up all night unless there's something deliberately keeping them up, like night shift work or video games. They are just up until 1 or 2 a.m. I said most. I know there are exceptions, just like I call myself a morning person even though I don't wake up until 5 most days, and some people wake up at 3 or 4, and if you're sleeping until noon, you've still got between 1 and 5 to visit any place that closes really early, and several hours more for the average retail place. I live near Mayo Clinic, which obviously runs 247, and it's really bizarre how even the coffee shops near the clinic or near St. Mary's Hospital don't bother running late night hours. Even some small towns have restaurants that run late at night for people getting off work late into the evening or early in the morning. Was thinking about this myself. So due to massive heat waves in the country, there has been an ongoing debate whether schools should stay open or not. I was thinking, why not just change the schooling time with some online modules every now and then? But back to what you said, doing 2 shifts will also bring down traffic and increase productivity. Logically speaking, it's more efficient to have everyone active at the same time, as opposed to spreading out workers as thin as possible, because stores do their best when they are operating at full capacity. No enough evidence to prove shift, but there are 247 services. Because most businesses would not have enough people coming in at night to justify the costs of paying wages etc. to be open. Plus the lack of people in general means the chance someone comes in to rob or cause trouble is much higher. Employee wages and cost of operating. Large manufacturing does. This may surprise you, but most people don't want to work nights. Most people aren't up and going shopping late at night, and most businesses can't afford to triple their employees while not selling much more products. Because day shift can FK right off. You telling me you want a real-life night city? 'Cause that's what you're gonna get. Read the book Rant. The oral biography of Buster Casey by Chuck Palahniuk addresses this question in a work of fiction. Many people are only active at night. Eventually this will become a thing when the world population grows large enough.